Hey, what's up guys? This is phase 4 of the off-season training program. I just want to take a few minutes to walk through the programming and to make sure everybody understands how to interpret phase 4. Phase 4 is all about fitness and running. We're going to really ramp up the volume of running and start to make sure that we are physically prepared for Feb 1 and able to tolerate the running and the pounding as we get into the actual preseason and start playing lacrosse. So if you take a look at the program, first page is the cover page. You go down into the video demonstrations. So there should be a video demonstration for every exercise that I've prescribed in this phase. So please check those out and make sure you're executing the exercise as it is prescribed. It's very specific technique. Make sure that, again, as we get closer to season here, the emphasis is not necessarily on strength and power anymore. We still want to maintain those qualities, but we are now working on fitness. But we need to make sure that when we are working on strength and power, that our technical proficiency is there. Make sure that we're not focusing on how much weight we can move. It's more about technique and making sure that we have a neutral spine and that we're safely doing these exercises. We can't risk injury at this point when we're this close to the season. So we really need to hone in on that as we always do, but really focus on it here in phase 4. So check out the videos, make sure you're understanding what the exercise should look like and execute it well. If you get into Monday in the weight room, so now our weight room days are actually going to be our lower intensity days. So the volume in the weight room is going to go down. It's very low. It should still take you, 30, 45 minutes in there, but the volume is low. Make sure you really hone in on technique, continue to maintain our strength and our power that we've developed. But again, this is now not the focus of the programming. This is our lower day. So Monday is going to be, we got a little bit of power work with the trap bar jumps. We got a little maintenance work with the a little tri circuit here with front squats, some single leg depth drops instead of double leg, and then step behind med ball shot put. So again, just maintaining some strength and power, and then a little bit of accessory work to maintain some size. And then we actually are going to do our tempo intervals. So the tempo intervals were the conditioning that we were doing on our off days when we weren't in the weight room. That's actually going to go on with our weight room work day. So again, this is our lower intensity day. It's a lower volume. We've gone way down in volume. So we're only doing 3 sets of 6 at 100 yards. Again, this is to maintain that aerobic conditioning. Everything on Monday, Wednesday, Friday is about maintenance. And then our high intensity days are going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So this is where we're starting to get into our fitness and starting to get our lungs up in us and really physically prepare for lacrosse. So let's scroll down this page to Tuesday. So we're going to do our same speed work. Our speed work is now on our high intensity days, which is with our running. So we're going to do all of our speed drills and then our different acceleration starts on Tuesday. So read through those, check out the videos, familiarize yourself with those. Then we go into our alactic capacity shuttles. So this is a 60-yard shuttle. There's a video up top of what that should look like. We're going to do 2 sets of 6 in week 1 with a 30 to 40 second break. This is max effort. So you're running as fast as you can, 20 yards up, 20 yards back, 20 yards up for a total of 60 yards as fast as you can. You take a 30 to 40 second break and then you do it again. You're going to do that 6 times and then you're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break and then repeat that. That would be the 2 sets of 6 reps. Again, those reps go up week to week. And then the recovery goes down from 30 to 40 seconds to only 30 seconds in week 3 and 4. So that you do that, you're going to take another 5 to 10 minute break, and then you're going to do the anaerobic threshold. In week 1, you have to do a 6-minute Cooper test. I described this in the packet here. There's some written instructions on how to do this, and then I also shot another video specific to the anaerobic threshold. So please check that out. And make sure you're understanding that. Again, the anaerobic threshold is a moderately high intensity run, but it's not to the point where it's an all-out effort. So again, make sure you understand how to do all this. The alactic capacity shuttles are 100% effort. And then again, check out the videos and read the description for the anaerobic threshold. If you have any questions on how to execute this, make sure you either text me or email me and let me know, and I will describe it in more detail. But again, this is our high intensity day. So we're gonna do our speed work, get all that done. Again, full recoveries during the speed work, trying to really maximize effort. And then we get down into our alactic capacity shuttles. That's going to be a little bit higher intensity, but it should be fatiguing. You should start to accumulate a little bit of fatigue, take a little bit of a break, and then we have our moderate intensity, longer runs, which is our anaerobic threshold work. Again, if you have any questions on any of that, let me know. So that is Tuesday. Wednesday, again, is very similar to Monday. It's a little bit of weight room work, maintenance work, and then you have your tempos. A little bit higher tempos on this day just because there's not as much power work here, a little bit less in the weight room. So we go up a little bit on the tempos with 3x8 on Wednesday. Thursday is exactly like Tuesday, except for we have our top end speed day here. So our speed work is top end focused, but the shuttles and their anaerobic threshold work is the same. For that threshold work, you'll see here in week 1, you're going to do 2 sets of 5 minutes. So that would be a 5-minute run around the track at the pacing that you will calculate using the anaerobic threshold calculator after you do the 6-minute Cooper test. So again, make sure you check out the videos and understand how to do the anaerobic threshold and find your pacing using the AT calculator, which will be attached to this spreadsheet. Friday, again, very similar to the other weight room days. We have our power work, we have some strength work, we have some accessory work. Again, this is more maintenance focused, just enough volume to maintain all the qualities, and then we're hitting up some tempos. So again, we're trying to really get our legs under us, get our legs ready for all the pounding of 6 days a week of lacrosse. So we're trying to replicate that here. And then Saturday is another high day. A little bit less running on this day. There's no anaerobic threshold, but we do still have our acceleration work. So we're going to do our speed work first, take a 5 to 10 minute break, and then we're going to get into our 300-yard shuttles. So the 300-yard shuttles are very similar to the 60-yard shuttles, but obviously it's a lot more yardage, so it's a longer duration interval. So there's less volume of it. But again, this is max effort. This is getting us ready for the 300 shuttle test. You will notice the volume goes up. So we're going to hit 2 reps in week 1, 3 in week 2, and then 4 in week 3. And then we deload in week 4 and get ready for the in-season. So this is going to deload a little bit here in preparation for Feb 1. Again, 2-minute rest in between each rep, and then again, this is a 300-yard shuttle. There's a video for it if you don't understand what a 300-yard shuttle is. But again, this is max effort. A little bit less volume, but again, those 300-yard shuttles are very long duration, high volume. So, can't really tolerate a lot of reps in this day. So that goes through phase 4. If you guys have any questions on anything, please feel free to reach out. But again, some key things here. Try to get all the running in on turf. That would be ideal. Again, we have to get our legs ready and used to running on the turf, especially even though I know it's cold out and some of y'all will be where it's, it's snowing and it's frozen, but that's what it's going to be like in Feb 1. So we need to acclimate our legs, acclimate our lungs, get used to being outside in the cold on the hard ground. So that way when we get into Feb 1, our bodies are already used to that. It's going to be a big shock to the body if you're inside running on a treadmill every day and then all of a sudden on Feb 1 we're out in the cold, hard ground. Your body's not going to tolerate that very well. So make sure if you can get the work done in the outside on the turf, or grass would be fine as well, but turf would be ideal since that's what we're playing on. And if you guys have any questions on anything, please feel free to reach out. Make sure you're hitting this phase 4 with some intensity. This is how we're getting fit and ready for Feb 1. Happy holidays and enjoy your break. I'll see you when y'all get back.